This is not really a question, but it is something I need to address, because it comes up every single time someone is looking for a reason not to deal with what is happening in their home, and it usually sounds like this: all homes have mold. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I would be doing very well. Yes, all homes have mold. Every breath you take outside has mold. Every breath you take inside has mold. That is not the argument. The question is not whether mold exists. The question is whether your home has elevated levels of toxic mold that produce mycotoxins. And when I say toxic, I want to be very clear about what I mean. I am talking about molds that produce mycotoxins that are neurotoxic, immunotoxic, inflammatory, hormone disrupting, and damaging to multiple systems in the body. These are not harmless. These are not allergy level issues. These are poisonous compounds. Now let me give you an example. If you have a slow leak somewhere in your home, that is not normal. A dishwasher leak that goes behind the appliance, under the flooring, above the subfloor, and into the wall. Water that hits the bottom plate and slowly wicks up the drywall from behind. That environment is very likely to grow mold that produces toxic mycotoxins. And that is a very different situation than normal background mold. Most of the time, these molds are not obvious. They are not growing in plain sight. They are under floors, behind walls, behind showers, under toilets, inside cabinets, in crawl spaces, in attics, inside HVAC systems where moisture collects. So when someone says, "I do not see black or green mold on the walls," that does not mean the home is not a problem. And it is not their fault. Humidity could have been high before they moved in. There could have been water damage from a previous owner. There could have been leaks that were never properly dried. So yes, all homes have mold. But no, not all homes have high levels of toxic mold producing dangerous mycotoxins. And that distinction matters. That is why inspectors exist. That is why remediation exists. That is why this topic matters so much. Because when people are exposed to toxic mold over time, it can flatten them. People become bedridden. Their nervous systems collapse. Their immune systems become dysregulated. They develop severe joint pain, brain fog, hormonal disruption, autoimmune conditions. That is not normal. If every home truly had these levels of toxic mold, everyone would be sick. But they are not. So when someone says, "all homes have mold," and uses that as a reason to dismiss what is happening, that is not accurate. We are not comparing apples to oranges. We are talking about molds that produce mycotoxins that can seriously harm people. And that is what matters.